Welcome to all dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the quantitative research. Before this cover this topic, before we should know about what is qualitative research and what is quantitative research. In quantitative research, we are going to study about the as per the quantitative meaning. We are going to research about the numbers, quantity. Suppose we are going to malls for the purchasing purpose. To how many times we are going to malls? By how many frequencies we are purchasing any product? Such type of the answers we can collect from the quantitative approach. But when we are concerned about the behavioral prospect of any study or psychological prospect of any study, so then we will concern with the qualitative approach research. What is qualitative research approach? It is an unstructured, primarily exploratory design based on small samples intended to provide insights and understanding. So when we are going to study with qualitative research, it is unstructured, primarily exploratory design. Exploratory means we are going to explore with a small size of samples and intended to provide insights and understanding. What other point? Qualitative research helps the marketer to understand the richness, depth and complexity of the consumers. Qualitative research helps to understand the richness, a lot of information regarding their behavioral aspect or regarding psychological prospects. And about because this is the human behavior is very complex. To know about to solve the complexity, such type of study will help. So depth and complexity of the consumer's knowledge we can get by the qualitative research. One of the complexity by this topic, this product, Estee Lauder changed the shape of its product by rounding the edge to make it softer and thus create a link with the round shape of the woman's body. Because this Estee Lauder product, it was initially in rectangle shape. To make it round shape for the woman purpose, they have changed the shape of this product. And when the shape has been changed, then mainly it was initially it was the masculine characters. But when they have changed this product shape, because they want to improve their image of this product, so then they have changed this product shape in round shape, which will be most favorable for the woman. So this is the way by which we can solve the complexity of any behavioral aspect of human beings. Another prospect is this use of the qualitative research. What is the use of the qualitative research? First one is new product idea generation and development, like Walkman has been developed initially. Right now, another aspects of the music listeners and other purpose. The Walkman, it was initially we have the stereo box was there, and it was the big size, but it has been changed in small size Walkman. The new product ideas generation and development is useful for that purpose. Second one is investigating current or potential product, services, brand positioning and marketing strategy, like Timex. Timex is now we can get the this product Timex watch you can get from the medical shops also. So what are their product change, what are the services and how new positioning is possible. So then this type of the researches help to position this product in new segment. Another is the strength and weakness of the product and brands. We can get the strength and weakness of the product and brands. And by this strategy, this type of the research, understanding dynamics of the purchase decisions and dynamics like retailers, retail sector, exploring market segments such as demographic and consumer groups. We have example of the nano car. This car, due to such type of the research, demographic research and segmentation, when Ratan Tata has seen this a big segment of a small means less income group, lower income group, then they have approached for the, and that was the demographically it was big segment. Then they have approached for the small car, and then understanding of the company and brand, category and product. For that purpose, we can use this research, qualitative research. What are the classification of quantitative research procedures? Quantitative research procedures. One is direct, non-discussed, indirect, discussed, then focused group. In direct there will be two types: focus group, depth interview, indirect projective technique. And projective technique, there are four types of the projective technique: association techniques, completion technique, construction technique, and expressive technique. These are the simple classification of qualitative research procedure. We'll discuss in detail one by one. What are the difference between qualitative and quantitative research? In qualitative research, to gain a qualitative understanding of the underlying regions and motivations. Underlying regions and motivation means this is the latent characteristics of the any person, any segment. So to gain qualitative understanding the underlying regions and motivation, underlying regions and motivation which we are not knowing. In quantitative research, we quantify the data and generalize the results from the sample to the population of interest. It's simple. And now second one is sample, small sample, as we have discussed. It is exploratory design. Then we are using small sample size and non-representative cases. Large number of representative cases in quantitative research. Data collection unstructured in quantitative research. In quantitative research, structured. Data analysis, non-statistical, here statistical. Outcomes, develop an initial understanding. In quantitative research, recommend a final course action. This is the simple differences which we can get knowledge. Qualitative data collection techniques. These are the number of qualitative data collection techniques. One is ethnographic studies. Second one is action researches. Third one is in-depth interview. Fourth one is focus groups. Fifth one is case study, and sixth one is projective technique. We will study in detail all the types of these techniques one by one. First one is ethnography. Ethnography means, ethno means people and graphy means writing. As per the Harvard Business Review, it is a part of anthropology. Anthropology is concerned with the evolution of human being, man, how they have developed, what were their development in sequence. So then we'll study about in this particular type of study, in particular technique, what are their living style of tribals, what are the initial they were using eating habits and other type of the researches, other type of the habits they have. Ethnography studies a research approach based upon the observations of the customs, habit and difference between people in everyday situations. Like a particular group of people, which like tribal group, based on observation of the customs, habits, and difference between the people in everyday situation. This is the basic concept, but it is based on a particular type of the people, how they are living, like tribals. So tribals means in India. What are the, suppose we are going to study about the impact of the reservation policy of government, how much it is effective. Suppose after independence we want to know about the what is the reservation policy of for the development of the tribals, how much it is effective and how much its impact on that. Is it required right now also, or it is now completely successful? So then we can study such type of studies in tribal part, and another is slums areas study, means and behavioral aspect we can study about the why crimes persons are coming, maximum criminals are coming from the slums area. What are the reasons behind that? What type of the employment opportunities for the slums area people? So such type of the studies we can make in ethnography type of the studies. In business research also it is useful. Harvard Business Review defined ethnography as a branch of anthropology that involves trying to understand how people live their lives. For the purpose of market research, ethnography is indirect methodology where customers' natural behaviors in their everyday environment is observed. The ethnography allows researchers to immerse themselves in the consumer's lifestyle in order to understand their point of view in details and depth. To move to ethnographic study to the digital environment as a natural step forward. Harvard Business School has given this. Right now, this is the ethnography is one of the area by which we can get the business research perspectives. Like if I'll go to study in a particular area, like a rural area, then in rural area, which type of the people are living at that particular village, and suppose any company want to open a mall in particular village area, rural area, then what type of the product they want to keep in such type of the village malls. Suppose in any malls in rural area, we are not able to keep such product which are urban areas. So then we should consider about the product which is concerned with the rural areas people, in particular rural areas people. So suppose we are going to open rural malls in south side in any village area, so then that product will be related with the South Indian rural people. If you are going to open any rural mall in north area or mid of the India, then it will be depend upon the what type of the people taste and preferences in that particular area of the rural persons in that particular area, then we will go to keep such products in that particular area. Such type of the studies options we have by ethnography technique. Ethnographic market research (EMR) helps companies understand the consumers in terms of cultural trends, lifestyle factors, attitudes, and how social context influences product selection and usage traditionally. When the business want to determine how consumers feel about a product or services, they employ focus group. Now, case of tea drinking. This is a Portico Research Company and Lipton Tea. The Lipton Tea wanted to know about whether they should invest in advertisement, new flavor, or marketized tea. They have three options. Lipton company has three options to improve their market. They want to know about they should invest money in advertisement, or they should invest money for the new flavor development, and or marketized tea they should develop. What was the major findings? Findings suggested that Americans don't drink very hot tea, because this study was done in America. Then findings suggested that Americans don't drink very hot tea. If they drink hot, then it is flavored or herbal. The study found that Americans love iced tea. Lipton brought brisk iced tea in the can, which is number one selling brand of the ready to drink iced tea. The result is increased sales and market share. Basically, in this case, Qualitative Research Company and Lipton Tea, they have made this research. Then they have decided, because they don't have number of options they have to do invest money in advertisement, new flavor development, or iced tea. But in American people are mostly like to cold tea, then cold and flavored or herbal tea. So then they have developed such type of the brisk teas, which is ready-made and number one selling brand ready to drink iced tea. This is the way we can study particularly based on in particular research aspect of the ethnographical research studies. Now we are coming to next topic. This is action research. What is action research? A team research process facilitated by the professional researchers, linking with decision makers and others stakeholders who together wish to improve particular situation. Right? In its aim at producing a specific desired social outcomes. Suppose, what is the method of this? The first, identify the problem. Then second one is decide the plan. Then third one is act to implement your plan. Then observe and collect the data, analyze your data, and reflect. Suppose this is the useful in educational sector also. For example, an individual action research involves working independently on a project, such as elementary schools, teacher conducting her own in-class research project with their students. The teams of staff members would work together using a school-wide action research. Suppose in any school, any teacher want to improve the disciplines, and for that purpose he want to introduce some technique of teaching, like they want to introduce values teaching, human values teaching, subject teaching, by which they want to improve the discipline. So this is the way they will try to maintain the discipline in school. So they will try to get some data, and then they will observe the students, and then they will decide which particular classes they should require, which particular class and which particular students they have required such type of the education, and then they can implement the education, and then they'll get the reflection of that study and solution of the problem. So this is the action type of the research. This is also very important. This is all about your introduction about the quantitative technique research and quantitative research, ethnographic research, and action research. Another researches we are going to study in next slides. Okay.